안녕하세요, 여러분. 할리우 유입니다.
Hey y'all, I'm Shamra and I'm here with my girl Sabrina and we are Hallyu Reviews. Two Americans who are swept up in the Korean wave as it reaches across the globe. We have a love of all Korean music. We're reacting to Double Knot by Stray Kids, the official music video. It was released in September of 2019.
Yeah,
That's
that
what it
says
says.
September, but I saw online it was
You had in
October.
October.
So this is a very interesting time in the Stray Kids story
Storyline.
in that I believe, and I tend to get this wrong every time I talk about it, so guys, let me know the details, but I believe this is around the time that Woojin
Woojin.
left Stray Kids or was kicked out, depending on your version of the story. But it all happened like late in 2019, and this was coming out in late 2019, whether it's September or October. So when we looked it up, Billboard said that this was a one-off single, but from what the viewers have told us, this is actually a continuation
Yeah, it seems like a
of Side
continuation of
Effects
Side Effect.
and Miro and stuff like that came before it. So it's described as a bombastic song which blends trap, EDM, and hip hop elements and is written by Sriracha. The title Double Knot appears to be a reference to tying shoes tightly in order to face the future, which could be seen as an apparent metaphor for being prepared for things that come your way, with Han's opening verse referring to running forward while tightening the shoelaces. It's really interesting because in Descendants of the Sun, there's a scene where just prior to that, the male lead has said something to the female lead about like if you run away, like take me with you, like we'll run together. And so in that scene, something bad happens, at least she thinks, to the male lead, and she bends over and starts tightening her shoelaces. And another character asks her, like, what are you doing? And she's like, I'm preparing to run. So it's that idea of tying your shoes for whatever is coming. So the music video for Double Knot is full of impactful scenes of the group performing the song's powerful choreography in warehouses and in deserts as they sing and swagger about their determination to go and do whatever they want. A sense of mystery permeates the video as two moons hang in the sky, which we saw that in
Which we
Side
saw in Side
Effects,
Effects.
and the members who are under surveillance, which was also happening in Side Effects, seek their path with compasses and keys, which we saw a key in the water at the end of Side Effects, unlock the way. Like other Stray Kids music videos, there are glitchy visual effects incorporated throughout. So very interesting. I know I've heard Double Knot and I really like it, but I had not heard it after like taking part in this storyline. So it'll be very interesting. Like I'm going to see it with new
It'll give
eyes
you a
for
different
this.
perspective.
Yeah,
Yeah,
absolutely. So, all right, let's take a
I'm
look at Double
excited.
Knot.
And it does, like having background story gives you like a whole new perspective of the video.
That's why we do what we do. And there's the
There's the two
moon
moons
and the
and the
keys.
keys. Oh wow, they're all laid out.
어지럽게 뒤엉킨 머릿속에 검은처럼 어디로 갈까 하는 질문이 든 상관없어 발길이 닿는 대로 어떤 곳이든 I running
I think, weren't they in this video or in this warehouse for another video?
get up 어디든
My
나갈
Pace,
수
maybe?
있어 get up 갈 길을 가지 모든 비켜
Oh, I like that trend. Oh, I love that transition.
그랬던 자세를 펴 어디든 걸어 여유를 느껴
Sean and Hyungwon just sat in the car.
드라마틱함 틱함 틱하고 척하면 척하는 결말을 만드는 감동 인생 명작서
Oh, that's what they did.
They did. Wait,
Yeah. Sriracha is really good with like those beats that like drive a song.
뜬금없는 따위 싹디 없는 코인 어떤 면이 보인 때도 상관없어 나는 방해 없는 나침반을 보면 고 말은 그렇지 못하더라도 괜찮아 백 중에 하나라도
Ooh, that's cool.
모든 색을 치러봤자 검은색을 넘어 어디든 나는 갈 수 있어 갈 길을 가지 모든 비켜 어디로 가도 신경 날거 한국만을 바라봐
Ooh, it's a perfect ratio. Yet again, I'm totally gonna pause it. The math teacher reaching for
Like the symbol from the
Yes.
Jimin Set Me Free?
no, like the yes, that's for How is he not considered a visual? Like really? Love that sunset. Oh, there's the key.
Well, there were like 9 in the beginning.
That's hot. How they're like sliding backwards together. Cool.
Oh, that's kind of creepy.
Ooh.
And the breaking glass. Yes, which, again, looking back on it, like, obviously they filmed the music videos in advance. So, but this song is talking about like facing the things in the future, which could have absolutely nothing to do with what was happening, or it could have a lot to do with what was happening. I mean, who knows? We don't know.
I don't know
We're
the
not the
inside
writers, you
story,
know.
but
But
pretty
it's
sure
really
a little bit.
interesting. Yeah, because I don't like that makes you wonder, like, not to get all like inquiring minds want to know, but it just makes you wonder, were all the members aware of what was happening? Because, because it definitely seems like it was happening to the allegedly to the younger members. And so Bang Chan wouldn't necessarily have to know, or like Changbin, I mean, they're two of the older members, but Han would have known. Han was allegedly, from stories I've heard, was often trying to help protect the younger members. And he is one of the younger members. So I don't know, like, if anyone has any more information on it, and I'm not trying to say like whether someone was guilty or not guilty, but just kind of like what the allegations were. But from what I understand, it was bullying against the younger members, like excessively. And so that's why it ended up becoming an issue, because it was one against at least 2 or 3 of them.
Meaning,
Yeah. So, and it's so interesting because I'm not saying I've seen it, but I've read, because you start following the trail, and I've read different like comments and stuff, and some people are saying like, oh, anything can be cut together. And they're absolutely right. You can take any video and make your point by the way that you cut it and things that you, and so I do not disagree
you
with that
edit
at all.
things.
Absolutely. But other people have said like just watching certain videos now, knowing certain things, when you go back and you look at it, you can see uncomfortableness, you can see awkwardness, you can see, and if you've ever been a victim of abuse or bullying or whatever, which bullying, make no doubt about it, is just abuse. Like, not just,
true.
but it is abuse.
It is abuse.
It's abuse.
It's traumatic.
It's very traumatic. And if you've been a victim of it and you can see it, you start to see tails. Or not tails, tells.
tells.
Tells. Like
And there's
the way people
multiple
behave.
times of abuse. There's physical, there's mental, and there's verbal.
So I'm not saying one way or the other, but it's just very, like, some of these stories are so dramatic, because I mean, when you're dealing with people's lives and their comfortableness levels and stuff like that, it's no joke. And I'm glad that they took it seriously one way or another. So, and it's sad when it affects someone like, say, Wan Ho of Monsta X, who was found not guilty, and his entire life is uprooted, and he was no longer a member of the group. I mean, that's also sad and upsetting. But my point in all of that was that this must have been a really trying time for all the members, trying to figure out what direction they were going in, and would it be the 9 or none? Isn't that what
Yeah,
Chan
that's what
said?
Bang Chan said in the very beginning.
Those were very infamous last words. I mean, as a leader, you have to be aware of what's going on, and sometimes, things are hidden from us. So
It's true.
we don't always know. And victims don't always tell you when they're being victimized. most of the time they don't
They
tell
don't
you.
tell you because
Mm-hmm.
that's going to lead to more victimization.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so very,
Is that a word, victimization?
yeah,
Okay, good.
yeah, absolutely. So, but I believe this might be the last video that Woojin is in officially. I think I read something about maybe astronaut he was in, and then they removed him. But
Digitally
yeah,
removed him.
but I think that you might see him still in like group shots or something where it just wasn't worth it to remove him. So just things that happen really fast. So very interesting, but I'll be interested to see where the storyline in these videos goes from here because
Mm-hmm.
it's all about kind of like that future, and it began with that like youthful confidence of like they can face whatever the future
And
throws
now
at
they're kind
them.
of double
And
tying their shoes and not knowing which way to kind of run.
yeah, so if you guys like Stray Kids, make sure that you like and subscribe down below so that you see all of our content coming out.
And if you have more
And
information or more theories or more
yeah,
ideas or perspectives, share them with us. We love conversing and more information on things like this.
absolutely. And we want to always make sure that we're getting the right story. And
Right.
that
Knowledgeable sources and
right,
reputable
right. And some of the stuff is
information.
probably not going to ever be known 100%, but
It's
if
true.
there are resources that you can direct us to, let us know.
It's true.
And if you like dramas,
Make sure you check out our Hallyu Reviews website where we tell you which dramas to watch, must watch, or completely skip.
and until next time,
Until next time, y'all.
annyeong.
Annyeong.